Psychopath, calm and peaceful on the outside, but manipulative and selfish on the inside. When others panic under stress, their mind actually becomes sharper. They don't feel guilt, they don't feel fear, and empathy, almost non-existent. They think like a computer, pure logic. Every situation is just profit or loss. Lying comes naturally to them. And convincing people, that's their specialty. Emotionally silent, super observers. They notice every tiny detail, every slight change in tone, instantly. Pain or happiness, they lock everything inside. So no one sees them as weak. They can analyze one single situation in 10 different ways. From the outside, they look cold, heartless even. So people leave them alone. But inside, they're extremely sensitive. Their face stays neutral, calm, unreadable. Their mind is loud, but their tongue stays silent. Happy soul. Their presence changes the entire atmosphere. They're the life of every gathering, making others smile, lifting people up. That's their priority. They carry everyone's sadness, just to make sure no one feels alone. But after spreading happiness all day, when they're finally alone, they feel exhausted. Deep down, they're scared that if they ever show their sadness, others might start worrying too. So they keep smiling, even when they're tired inside. Overthinker. They either regret a mistake from 5 years ago or stress about something that might happen 10 years from now. A small situation, they'll analyze it so deeply that making a decision becomes impossible. After every conversation, after every action, they question themselves, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Their mind never switches off. Even when their body is resting, their thoughts are running, and that's why they always feel tired. Empath. They don't just understand someone's pain, they absorb it. When someone around them is hurting, their own peace disappears, as if that pain is their own. They are the strongest source of emotional support, the ones people run to. When the world feels heavy, but while carrying everyone else's pain, piece by piece, they slowly become exhausted inside, because feeling everything is both a gift and a burden. Angry reactor. Their anger turns into fire within seconds. They don't respond with logic. They react to triggers, a small issue. They might shout, sometimes even lose physical control. In that moment, emotion takes over. But when the anger cools down, they feel empty inside. Regret hits hard. They say sorry again and again and start hating themselves for not being able to control it. Because deep down, they're not proud of their anger. They're fighting it. Emotional mask. Insults or compliments. It doesn't affect them. Their reaction is always the same. Calm. Unchanged. In difficult situations, people turn to them because they never panic. But their strength isn't a choice. It's survival. Life has broken them so many times that there's barely anything left to break. So now, they just stay steady. They act normal. They smile when required. They respond when needed. Not because they feel nothing, but because they don't want people asking questions. The mask is easier than explaining the pain. People pleaser. For them, saying no is the hardest thing in the world. If they ever refuse someone, they'll stay awake all night, drowning in regret. They'll drop their own important work just to help someone else. They change their colors, depending on who they're with, so no one gets upset. They agree with everyone. Avoid disagreements. Avoid conflict at all costs, because keeping others happy feels safer than being rejected. But in the process of pleasing everyone, they slowly lose themselves. A person who tries so hard to make everyone else happy that they forget What makes them happy? Emotional exploder. They keep storing every insult, every hurt, deep inside, quietly, patiently, until their tolerance runs out. In the beginning, they're extremely polite. They smile. They ignore things. They let it slide. But one day, over something small, maybe even a cup of tea spilling, they explode. And everyone is shocked, because suddenly, they're not just reacting to today. They're bringing up things from 2 years ago. That day you said this. I never forgot that. It all comes out at once. And after the explosion, their mind feels lighter, almost peaceful, because the storm they were holding inside finally found a way out. Detached observer. Their mind is always solving the questions of why, what, and when. They are neither overly happy nor sad. Even in the middle of chaos or a fight, they stand there with a blank, unreadable face. They notice details so fine that a simple blink of an eye can tell them if someone is lying. They are connected to the world, but mentally, they keep a distance. A person sitting in quiet peace, who doesn't speak much, but sees everything. Sensitive soul. They get hurt more by tone than words. Even the slightest change can unsettle them. What others take as a joke can pierce their heart. Criticism shakes them deeply. The harshness and noise of the world is hard for them to bear. So often they cry alone just to lighten their heart. They are fragile, easy to break, but their love, it's the truest, the deepest. Alpha dominant, strong presence. Leadership vibe. These are the people who, when they enter a room, everyone stops and looks at them. Their power isn't just in their voice, it's in their personality. At the top, in power and confidence, their body language is open and expansive, and they speak eye to eye. When everyone is confused, thinking, "What should we do?" they step forward and take responsibility. They have so much aura. Mood swinger. Their emotions change every second. One moment they're laughing, the next, angry or silent. Without any warning, their energy can drop low or suddenly surge high, powerful and unstoppable. Being around them is unpredictable. No one ever knows what the next moment will bring. Secret keeper. People trust them blindly. They bury everyone's secrets, everyone's pain, deep inside. They listen, they help, but they never share their own struggles. They're used to solving every problem alone because they refuse to be anyone's burden. Silent, strong, unseen, but always watching. Attention seeker is like oxygen to them. They always want to be seen, always in the spotlight, wearing bold clothes, saying things that make everyone look. It's all a habit, their mood, their self-worth. It depends on others' reactions. If someone ignores them or doesn't notice their latest move, they get upset immediately. A person who constantly seeks the eyes of others to find themselves. Carefree spirit, no matter the situation, they stay relaxed. Their mind is a master at deleting tension. Sitting with them, you'd feel like the world has no worries at all. No crying over past mistakes, no stressing about tomorrow. They simply live in the now. If something doesn't work out, they don't panic. They just believe something better will come along. Trauma survivor. Their strength didn't come from the gym. It came from the situations that tried to break them. They don't trust easily. They sense a hidden motive behind every act of kindness. They test people again and again until someone truly earns their trust. They are wiser and more mature than their age suggests. They speak straight to the point, no nonsense, no sugarcoating. The confidence. Their confidence doesn't come from putting others down. It comes from knowing their own true worth. When they speak, they look you in the eyes, not aggressively, but with trust and assurance. We, Their gaze is so sharp they can spot a lie instantly. In difficult situations, they never panic. Seeing their calm, people naturally start following them. They don't brag, but they never compromise on self-respect. Every word they speak carries weight. Every action reflects strength.